How hard are Cuphead animations' actual fights? Cup to Grâce Phase 1 Among Us. Avoiding the first pot's phase is pretty simple. You can comfortably stay in the middle to avoid Orange's legs, crouch when you see red or blue, and look away when you see yellow to avoid his radiating abs. You only really need to move when Pink throws up trash and to parry Pink gems. Roundabout is practically tailor-made for this. Part 2 is also deceptively simple. You can hug the walls and jump over the electricity projectiles that run across the ground. The electric projectile itself and the laser under Purple's chair also never reach the sides, so you can wail on them with charge or crack shot. Part 3 of this phase is where it gets a little awkward. You're always safe against the crystals and following the laser out of said crystals by staying in the middle. The laser cannons on the side can be hard to dodge since the telegraph is really fast, and keeping track on them from both sides of the screen can get really tricky since they don't follow a consistent pattern. For charms, Chalice's extra jump for air stall can be really useful for this entire fight. While there are a ton of blind spots, there's still enough here to make this a tricky vote. But for me, I'm casting my vote for B tier. How hard are Cuphead animations? Actual fights come to Grâce Phase 2, Poppy Playtime. Part 1 of this phase is a bit tricky. For the most part, you should be safe sticking to the left sector of the escalator so long as you remember to keep away from the toy grinder. That should keep you safe against the tube spinning out beans, and the mini huggies are far enough to shoot down. Part 2 of this phase is just straight up evil. If you thought King Dice's attacks were hard, this is nothing compared to this. This is way faster than Dice's cards, and one mistimed parry or dash guarantees you're getting hit. That's not even taking into account the Kissy Missy's dropping from the sky. Part 3 is just kinda weird. Nami's hitboxes only seem to be active for a short amount of time, so for the most part you should pay attention to the fingers at the bottom with your peripheral vision. Roundabout and Charge Shot are good choices as always. If you want to play risky, Sprint's EX Shot has some solid use cases, but Crack Shot is fine if you're playing safe. Chalice's dash parry makes PJ Pugapillar's phase a lot more bearable. I didn't really have much to say, this phase is just hard. A tier. How hard are Cuphead animations' actual fights come to Grâce Phase 3? Baldy. This is the easiest phase and it's not even close. Use Chalice? I guess Crackshot CS can be used for extra movement. He shoots like 4 shots for the whole phase. I guess the parry at the end is kinda mean. Let's just get to the next phase. How hard are Cuphead animations' actual fights come to Grâce Phase 4, Friday Night Funkin'. For most of this phase, you want to stay towards the back end so you have time to react to all the attacks. Mommy Nurse's phase are pretty slow, and you can dash while crouching if you're forced under the arrow stream. The Soundwave clap in this version of the arrow stream should be simple enough to dodge, and you can use Smoke Dash or Chalice's dodge in a pinch. Also, if your girlfriend's ass is parryable for the entire fight, can you theoretically go off her and dodge everything? I don't know, this phase is just a lot simpler than the other two I covered. You can set a backwards roundabout or a charge shot during the arrow stream because bullets can't go through them. You will most likely get hit on your first attempt, but it's pretty simple once you break it down. And for a final phase, I think it's warranted. Seems like this silly Billy is getting blue-balled. B tier.